How's it going, everyone? Trade deadline has officially passed, and going into today, there were some questions if we were going to be buying or selling. Most likely selling, which we were, but up until about 3 o'clock, 3:30, really the big trades were from the Commanders and the 49ers with the Chase Young trade, and then also Montez Sweat being traded. But around 3:30, Ian Rappaport pretty much tweeted stating that we have traded away Rasul Douglas, which of all the players I did not expect to see. Rasul Douglas has definitely been one of our best players, and it was a little bit jaw-dropping to read that tweet. Of all the players, it's Rasul Douglas, who's been a lone bright spot next to like Rashawn Gary, who's been one of the leaders on our defense. It's insane because after the Vikings game, he was talking about how he was having defenders, or really players, not just defenders, come over and he'll talk to them. And he seemed to be a real vocal leader on this team and a veteran presence on a team that's lacking veteran presence. And here we go, trading him away. So what do the Packers get for sending away Rasul Douglas to the Buffalo Bills? Well, the Packers sent Rasul Douglas and a 2024 fifth round pick. And in exchange, the Bills have sent over a 2024 third round pick, because the Packers do so great with their third round picks, and we just do an amazing job in selecting in the third round. So the third round pick is probably going to be a later round draft pick. And even though the Bills have kind of looked a little weird at times, they're 5-3, and it's probably going to be a late round pick. And the fifth round pick that we sent over is probably going to be a very early round, potentially a top 5 of the fifth round pick, considering where things are going, and us sending away our third best player. And that pretty much means we are jumping up 40 or 50 spots. Now, this will allow us to have a first round pick, 2 second rounds, and 2 third rounds. So maybe we could move up and trade away a couple of those thirds because we're terrible with them, and probably try to continue to rebuild this team that is god awful right now. Now, for what this does on the salary cap side for the Green Bay Packers, considering our salary cap situation is a little bit dreadful, well, he was on a 3-year deal, $21 million contract, and this is going to be saving us $11.6 million towards our cap. Now, there's still going to be a $5 million dead cap hit next year, but considering we're saving 11.6 and then the 5 mil, it is a net savings of about $6.6 million, which is still good because, well, our cap sucks. So we're sending away Rasul Douglas, who was 29 and kind of at the peak of his career as of right now, of how his career has gone. And we're trying to get the most value that Gutekunst apparently perceived him and the Buffalo Bills. So apparently they only netted a third round pick. Considering how good he's been and how much of a veteran leader he is, and 3 years, $21 million contract is kind of cheap for a top starting number 2 corner. I would think at least a second round pick would be warranted, especially since our fifth round pick is going to be early. But that's just me. And so with Rasul Douglas' career ending with the Green Bay Packers, he ends up playing 36 games with 28 starts total in the regular season since joining the Packers in 2021, and he had 160 total tackles, with 137 of them being solo tackles, a sack, a quarterback hit, 10 interceptions, 2 of them being returned for touchdowns, and 32 pass defense. And of course, the highlight of his career was pretty much the first game he probably started, was when he intercepted a pass from the Cardinals from Kyler Murray intended for A.J. Green and sealed the victory for us. I think that's probably the top highlight that I can definitely remember him for, and pretty much made him a staple on the Packers for at least a couple years, and a huge fan favorite, as he pretty much backed up a lot of his talk and was a great force in our cornerback and on our defense as a total. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you liked the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.